Hello, you join us here today in Barking, most famous for the marriage of James Cook and Elizabeth Batts in 1762 at the local church of St Margaret's. But less about that, and more about the new London Overground extension. The Barking Riverside extension measures some 1.5 kilometres from Ripple Road Junction all the way down to Barking Riverside itself, where Transport for London expect the service will commence in autumn 2022. As you can see from the lorry coming out of the turning now, construction is still ongoing and there's still lots to do. With all the hard work now completed, the line is currently in operation for testing purposes only. Trains are currently shuttling between Barking Riverside and Barking Main Station and Platform 8 and back again. The junction you can see on your screen now is called the Ripple Lane Junction. This is the new junction where the Barking Riverside branch will come off of the main London, Tilbury and Southend main line. Trains will come off and onto the main line via this viaduct and make their way down south to Barking Riverside itself. From what we can see here on the viaduct, the tracks are now complete, the overhead line equipment is installed, and trains are now testing up and down the line. This line is expected to operate at 4 trains per hour in each direction, so that's 1 train every 15 minutes. At this junction, the trains will need to slot on to the London and Tilbury and Southend line, which is actually quite a busy freight main line, as trains go up and down from Dagenham Dock, Tilbury Sidings and Thames Gateway. They'll have to also contend with local C2C services, which serve destinations such as Fenchurch Street, Grays, Tilbury Town, Pitsea, and on to Southend and Shoeburyness. The train you can see coming along now is one of those freight trains that I mentioned earlier coming down from Thames Gateway. With such variation of traffic on this line, I do look forward to seeing whether they meet their target for punctuality, because more often than not, the freight that actually comes down this line is already delayed from other delays across the network, as trains do come down from as far afield as Scotland. Now walking further down Renwick Road, we can see our first glimpse of the new Riverside station. As you can see, the land around it is quite derelict right now. The purpose of Barking Riverside Station is to support the regeneration of the local area, and as we walk further down the road we'll see more evidence of this. The station itself utilises a fairly basic but modern design. The station comprises of 1 island platform, with a track running either side of it. The station presents as bright and airy owing to its glass canopies, and looking at the end of the platform you can see that there's nothing there, and we'll get onto that in a moment. From this aerial shot you'll see that actually there's nothing else beyond the platforms apart from a small road and a car park. You'll also note the car park is exactly the same direction as the way the lines are going. And then further on you can see the outline up until the riverside. This has been done for a reason. To future-proof the area, the alignment further on from the platforms has been reserved, and this is for a tunnel under the Thames over to Thamesmead should the line be required in the future. London's never really been known for its future planning, but this time we seem to have got it right. Down to the left of the picture in the Thames, you can also see the Thames Clippers' new pier from Barking Riverside, and this goes at peak times Monday to Friday into London, and all day on weekends. And you can see there that it's linked straight to the station via that link path and the road, and there's some bus stops there as well for the East London Transit buses. Here are the opening times for access to the pier, and I'll leave a link in the description below to Thames Clippers so you can find a timetable for them as well. From this angle, we can see one of London Overground's Class 710 Aventura units about to complete its next test run up to Barking and back again, with a total journey time each way of just 5 minutes. For now, I'll just leave you with some pleasing shots of some trains going up and down the line. Thanks for watching. If you've liked what you've seen, subscribe, and take care. Goodbye.